Oh, I gotta start this somewhere. Today is Saturday, September 23, 14/32/2017 in Dallas. Alright. This is still about this is the third day that I've been working on this Sanyo M-X720K. Now I bought this thing, I didn't pull that up, but I bought this thing in 2008 from RG. That's all I'm going to say. He knows who he is. And I understand that, you know, if you buy these things out in the wild and then you try to turn a quick buck, I paid a lot of money for this thing. I'm not going to say how much, but I've lost money on this machine for sure. I have made, let me see here, let me zoom in. I have made this video here about how the tape deck works, but the motor is old and therefore doesn't work terribly well. And this video I made before I took it apart to see how well it would work. The tape deck did not work. I did get the tape deck to work. However, the reason why I took the belts out is because I'm not putting good belts into a machine that does not have enough torque to drive the entire mechanism, because it's a soft touch mechanism, and in the soft touch mechanism, if it does not have if it doesn't have enough torque, it's not going to be able to push all the functions it needs to do. Alright, and that's like record. So when I put it in record mode, it locked up, and the only way that you can unlock it is to open up the unit, stick your finger in, and rotate the flywheel with your finger, because the motor's not strong enough to do so. But that's not so much what this video is about, but I did want to get those points across. Now, let's see here. In putting this unit back together, when I took it all apart, here, wait, let me go back to the screen. Okay, put it on the screen. Alright, that's good. Let me flip it around so I can see what I'm looking at. Alright, okay, so that's pretty good. Alright, so now, here are my pictures that I took. Let me start here. Open with that. Okay, how's that show up? Pretty good? Alright. Not going to go all the way through the pictures unless you want me to. Alright, so here, I started taking this thing apart, so bang, 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 bang. Okay. This is the picture I want to get to. Right here. Now here is one screw. Follow the cursor on the screen. See, there's one screw, two screw, 3, 4, and 5. Now this machine takes, let me wide out so I can show you this. Whoop, the other way. That's 5 screws. Okay, there should be 8. Okay, there should be 8. All right, so there's let's see here. One goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 up in the corner here. Okay, so hopefully I showed you all those numbers right there. When I took it apart, though, the screws were missing from here, there, and there. All right, so when I took it apart, I'm showing you here with these pictures that I take a picture of where all the screws go, and so on and so forth. So now let me direct you back down here to the pad of what I've got here. And what I've got here is 5 screws plus the antenna with yet another screw, which is right there, which is identical to the screws that put the thing together with, right? So this screw here was removed after the back was opened up, and then the person tried to, where's the back? Wait, zoom out so I can see. Okay. Then someone, they, see, where's the antenna thing? Yeah, right here. See that? That is also the original screw. And see what they did there? They rammed that sheet metal screw into a they rammed that screw into a sheet metal thing that takes a machine screw. Okay, so a machine screw goes in there, not a sheet metal screw. So they boogered that all up. And when they did, they put, let's see here. Okay, yeah, they put these couple of nuts and that broken pylon all together to make it stand up to where it would, you know, not pull out through the plastic, but it does, and it won't rotate properly. Alright, so that's what I'm trying to say there. So now, if I go back to my pictures here, which I just took, let me finish racing through these real quick. It's going to be a long, anyway. But, so, let's see, so yeah, just, it's not centered, who cares. Alright, so I took this thing all apart. Wait, you go back. See here, this is, see there, that's the little tiny little wrong screw that goes there. That's how I got it, that's how I took it apart. This one here is also boogered up, okay? I understand trying to make a buck, but if you don't know how to do it, if you don't know how to, and I don't even think these are the right antennas, because I've got other antenna pieces, ends, that have a, this doesn't go to it, but they have a, wait, this has a different end. See how that's offset? Okay? That's offset. That's a different antenna. But they've got a one that goes straight up. Or straight through the center. Anyway, so it's just, that's not right. If you don't know how to put an antenna into a box, or even use, you know, glue or something like that to make it work right, then don't do it. Okay? So anyway, so yeah, so it needs a motor. These are all the pictures I took, and then here are the last few pictures I just took just now. And so I'm at a quandary now, because all this box is really good for, because the belts, because the motor is no good. It's basically just a radio and a amplifier for somebody with line in. It does sound very well, but I'll put that together later. But I just wanted to show you that I'm at a quandary here as to what to do with this antenna, because I really cannot fix it properly. I can fix it, but I don't really want to put any more time and effort into this radio, because the antenna here is just all, both of them are boogered up. So I may just put it back together and let the next person that wants to get this, they can have it for a lot less than whatever I paid for it. But that's my loss and my gullibility, if you will, for buying stuff from people that I didn't know. Well, I do know this person that I bought it from now. And well, that's about it. Let's see, let's just pan over here. I did fix this one up really well. That's a 922 Sanyo, and I fixed up this one here, but I couldn't get the it to be in stereo for the cassette. Both channels there. One channel is light, or not producing full sound in the one channel. But anyway, and then here are my two M70s for those that are interested in the M70s. But I haven't gotten to them yet, and I don't know that I will anytime soon, because they're just too big, and they're just too big to work on right now. This is the biggest one I've been working on, so that's just my rant, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, but I am going to put it back together, and not so much work on the antennas anymore, and I'll make another video of it all gloriously working with sound and just no cassette player working. Okay, so good day, bye-bye, hope you enjoyed, and I'm not buying any more boomboxes this big. Bye.